Hey, so I'm here to remind you it's time to wake up. I'm gonna keep reminding you it's time to wake up. I keep reminding me, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get to work. It's time to let that spirit flow and you'll see yourself glow. And it's not even about the glow that you'll see. It's about bringing back something that has been lost. Not lost, buried. Because that which is meant to be here doesn't get lost. It's buried to grow into something great again. And that's the thing about little seeds, right? They get covered. Then they have to work to get back to the light. But when they do come back to the light, what they bring with them is something amazing. And it's always not a luck of the draw, but more so, oh wow, I didn't expect it to be that. It's a surprise. And that's where I'm at even in my own life right now, because I've been talking to my sister a lot lately. Her living here has been awesome, honestly, and way better than what I thought. But she's been kind of my sounding board and someone I can go to that she has her own troubles and I have mine. And she's a lot more guarded and reserved than I am, but she don't mind listening to me just yip and yap, which has been helpful because for a long time I've talked to people that have ulterior motives. I have trusted people that I shouldn't trust. I have allowed people to stay too long. And this kind of goes with other messages that I've been trying to put out at this point, because it's where I'm at in my life right now. That we can get lost. It's okay. But you can always find your way back. You just have to have the courage to not go, oh my God, I'm so lost right now. I'm never going to make it. Because when you give up, all is lost. But when you can shake yourself back to reality and go, oh, I've kind of gone on a detour and it's time to get back on track. And that's with anything in your life, rather it be re-recognizing yourself, changing your life circumstances, making choices that are scary. And I get it. They're scary. I remember when I was 19 years old. And I went out to Lake Travis, which is in Austin, Texas, with some friends. It was a guy I was dating at the time and some friends met us. But there was this 30 to 40 foot cliff. And everyone was climbing up and jumping off. And I was like, I so want to do that. Of course, I'm drinking and not really smart, and I did that. And I remember getting up there, and everyone's walking to the edge and looking, and I'm like, you don't look at what you're about to do. I swam up to it, so I knew it was deep enough to jump, right? And as I'm climbing this thing, I'm over here going, it's all or nothing, baby. All or nothing. You're going to go in, balls to the wall, or you ain't going to do it. And you're going to climb back down. I refused to climb back down. So I get up there, and I'm yelling, get out of the way! And I just run, and I tuck, and I hit that water like a champ. Well, my friend didn't want to be showed up, and she did the same thing, but she went in a seated position and busted every blood vessel in her legs, and I had to swim her back to the boat. And like I said, I just remember at that time going, it's all or nothing. And that's kind of where life has me right now. It's all or nothing. And I think at some point we all get to that. I'm not sure. If it's not how life works, comment below, let me know. Nah, bitch, you crazy. It ain't all or nothing. I play it safe, or no, I'm more calculated. I get it, we're not all me. I completely understand this. But I want to think at some point we all find the courage to be all or nothing. Because if you don't invest in something that is bigger than you, no matter what it is, taking or applying for that job you're not really qualified for, but going, I know I can do it, because when it comes to credentials, we're put in these little categories, early on. And when we're put in these categories, it kind of minimizes our existence. Like right now, I'm in childcare and elder care and caring for others, and I'm okay being a caregiver, but it's like now I'm like streamlined into being that one specific category rather than I'm here to speak to the masses. And I keep coming back because I'm here to speak to the masses. I'm here to speak to the ones that are like, time to wake up. Time to do something that matters in my life. And I know you're going to find that something that matters in your life. We all are going to find it. It doesn't matter if it's on your deathbed. It doesn't matter if it's something you figure out early in childhood. We all start figuring out what we want to do, what interests us, what piques our soul, what says, hey, you can do amazing things, and inspires you to be awesome, right? So I encourage you to start finding that back in your life. That, and Austin Powers just came in my head. Dr. Evil, actually. $1 million. I don't know why. But that dream that makes you feel valuable, even if there's no monetary gain to it. But that thing that allows you to help others to be seen, heard. Because we live in a world, I swear we're all invisible to one another. And a lot of it has to do with our practices that we're taught. And it's hard to unplug from this matrix that's been created for us because we're born into it. Back in 1920, everything was a lot more spread out. You had to work harder to go visit family. And even 100 years before that. I mean, you're talking about a pony ride to get to where you needed to be. And then all these dangers along the way. But yet the pioneers that came before us were so much braver to say, you know what? It's worth it. I miss that person. I miss my family. I need to give them this news. I'm going to go take it to them. And they would go on the ride of their life to know that that message was going to make it safely. And now we have the touch of a button, right? I can be like, start, stop, start, stop. Oh, look, I got to talk to you. And it's funny because we communicate less on this level. And we're back to a point where, like I said earlier, everything's getting lost in translation because it's not even allowed, like especially through text. It's hard to understand the tone. It's hard to understand the meaning. It's hard to understand how to interpret what somebody's saying to you because these days most people don't pick up, hit that name and hit send because it's easier to be on the go, right? It's easier to not make ourselves exactly clear on what we're trying to say because then that leaves room for explanations. So if you're feeling courageous today, make sure that message gets to somebody. Make sure you take the ride of your life. Make sure you go in balls to the wall, all or nothing, because you only get one shot, right? It doesn't keep coming back around. If it's coming back around, it's called a karmic lesson. So if you want to break free from those karmic lessons, learn to tuck and dive. And that's only coming from my 19-year-old self to you. I've had to re-embrace the silliness and the undying faith to know that everything's going to be okay. And it doesn't matter what tomorrow is. It doesn't matter what yesterday was. It only matters what this very moment is right now. And when you can embrace that moment and say, you know what, I'm gonna run with the bulls, you can start living your life again. Because not many people are here to remind you to breathe or take a step. Hopefully I can keep encouraging you to do just that until you find yourself back in your power. Because we don't need to be mentally sedated, underrated, underpaid, underappreciated, and governed by a system that does not allow us to function at an optimal level that allows us to create pyramids or masterpieces. Because we are amazing individuals that have the ability to create something that is mind-blowing. And I really hope to start seeing people open back up to their artistic capabilities, their creative endeavors, their ways to inspire and lead. I hope to see more Martin Luther King Jr.'s coming out of the woodwork, and Malcolm X and Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks. And sorry, those are the figures that have always been stuck in my mind. I want to see those people chaining themselves to trees again, going, no, this is my oxygen, this is my life, you're not taking their future. I want to see more freedom fighters rise, because we are warriors meant to fight to the dirty, bloody end. And the Viking creed that always had me going was, I came into this world covered in someone else's blood, I don't mind going out in someone else's. Just food for thought. I will fight to the dirty, bloody end for my children's future, as well as hope in the present moment for myself and everyone around me. So, sending you love and light, and leave it at that. Toodles.